Yo, what's good, ESO gang? So today we're going to be reacting to 12 hits that shook the NFL by Endzone Express. Shout out to him. He's a smaller channel. He's got 212 subscribers, so go check him out. 12 hits that shook the NFL off rip. Can't think of like a super crazy one. I mean, the hit on Emmanuel Sanders was dirty, so I don't know if these are like dirty hits or clean, but we're just going to jump right in like I said.
Imagine getting hit by a truck. Now imagine getting hit by one of the juggernauts on this list. The truck doesn't sound so bad now, does it? Here are 12 of the hardest hits in the NFL. At number 12, we have Pro Bowl safety Ed Reed. Mr. Reed, who believes the refs missed a call, decides to take out his frustrations on the Colts. The camera follows him the entire length of the field for the knockout. Number 11 takes place in the Pro Bowl. It's the Pro Bowl. Bills punter Brian Mormon fakes the punt and tries to run for a first down. It was all fun and games till he met Washington safety Sean Taylor.
Bro, the Pro Bowl used to be so good.
Go to the Pro Bowl, they said. It'll be fun, they said. And at number 10, we have a double dose of devastating blows. Unfortunately for wide receiver Brandon Cooks, he was on the receiving end of both. First up, we have Seahawks defensive back Tedrick Thompson. Cooks, on a fairly routine route, was leveled.
With time, throws and he's got a man.
Damn, that was on with the helmet like a bitch.
Cooks and he is down.
Cooks was slow to get up and just in time for this next entry. Next, we head to the Super Bowl.
Whoa, before that, he literally was unconscious. Like, he literally went unconscious. Look at that. That right there, his arms are stiff. He's literally trying to regain consciousness. He can't move.
Cooks and he is down.
Wakes up.
Cooks was slow to get up and just in time for this next entry. Next, we head to the Super Bowl, where Eagles safety Malcolm Jenkins delivered a knockout blow to the Patriots' top receiver.
Deep downfield, wide open, Brandon Cooks. And he gets smacked down at the 40-yard line.
Cooks caught the pass with plenty of space. His indecisiveness allowed Jenkins to catch up and lower his shoulder. This would knock Cooks out of the remainder of the game. Rams wide receiver Danny Amendola probably wishes he didn't catch this pass, as he's picked up and slammed on his head.
It's not the World Wrestling Federation. They don't allow you to do it. At one point again, 10, 15 years ago.
That's crazy. I didn't know
Kurt Angle would have been proud of this German suplex.
No, actually, I didn't know Danny Amendola played on the Rams though. I'm gonna have to keep that in the tuck for the next grids. See if we get a Rams Patriot.
3 Steelers defenders absolutely pile driving Titans QB Vince Young into the dirt.
Secondary, Tommy goes. He was it high by Smith. He was it low by Harrison.
Ring the bell, it's all over. We head to St. Louis for number 7. Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning slings the ball to receiver Emmanuel Sanders.
Midfield, Manning to throw. Separation. Oh, big hit.
Rams defender Rodney McLeod flying across the field blasts Sanders with a brutal knockout.
I know that
hit.
shit had to hurt
The
so
Ravens
bad.
and Steelers had one of the most brutal rivalries in NFL history. And at number 6, we see exactly why. In 2008, with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line, the Ravens are trying to make their way back into the game. Steelers defender Ryan Clark had other ideas.
What a hit, ball's out. Recovered by Timmons. Ryan Clark is still down.
A short pass and a brutal collision later sees both men on the turf. If you know hard hits, you know Ray Lewis. If you don't know Ray Lewis, allow me to introduce you for our number 5 entry.
The master of disaster, 15 years, he's been lighting people up over the middle. And a perfectly clean hit.
Dustin Keller, who was no small man, was put in the crib like a child before bedtime. Ray Lewis treated offenses this way for his entire career and is considered one of the most feared defenders of all time. In at number 4, let's move on to a pair of Eagles defenders laying the lumber.
This is Brian Dawkins.
Reggie Bush was the next big thing. His teams made it to the playoffs, and he was electrifying crowds and defenses alike. Reggie Bush, meet Sheldon Brown.
What am I talking about?
Drew Brees floats the ball to Bush, and from out of nowhere, like Randy Orton, Brown spears Bush and leaves him crawling back to the sideline.
No, that's
Anyone
crazy.
who watched football in the mid-2000s knows the name Brian Dawkins. One man will never forget that name.
Now over the middle. Crumpler, what a throw, what a hit, what a catch.
Michael Vick throws a long pass down the field to tight end Algie Crumpler, who was met with a sternum-splitting smash by the much smaller defender. Crumpler managed to hang on to the ball and his dignity, but he certainly won't forget number 20 in the green jersey. And at number 3, we have a familiar matchup between the Packers and Broncos.
My bad for interrupting you again, but this might be one of my favorite clips. Literally knocks himself out. He gets more damage done to him than anybody, but 3 people getting
Favre
knocked
launches
out
the
is
ball down
crazy.
the field into a collision neither man will forget. Favre led his receiver into dangerous territory, but luckily for him, he avoided
Favre
the hit.
always did.
The sound alone will send chills down your spine. If your defense was dubbed the Legion of Boom, you can only be famous for one thing. And at number 2, we're going to give you a few hits by the Seattle Seahawks' tremendous defense. Let's start with this hit by Earl Thomas.
Taking Gronk down is crazy. He's a big boy.
Mammoth Man and Rob Gronkowski is absolutely laid out. Gronkowski, being the true maniac he is, gets right to his feet, but he certainly didn't have the same Gronk swag after that one. Let's move on to the scariest man on the Legion of Boom, Cam Chancellor. Cam was notorious for putting fear into an offense before the play started. Vernon Davis must have forgot who he was dealing with. He goes up for the catch and boom! Chancellor blasts him, knocking the ball out of his hands. You can feel that hit through the screen. And at number 1, we have a 2-for-1 Hall of Famer special. Both Hall of Famers were sent to the Shadow Realm. Before opposing teams hated his guts, Tom Brady was a young kid giving it his all. Tom, with nowhere to throw the ball, tries to run. Yes.
Brady in trouble. Here comes the rush, and here's the hit.
Boom.
He
And now
attempted
they
to
have the
slide
tuck
as he
rule.
saw the defender barreling down on him. His slide was too late. Bills defender Nate Clements lowered his shoulder and nearly decapitated Brady as his helmet was sent rolling down the field. To his credit, Tom stood up and continued the play. He may be pretty, but we have to give him credit for not lacking in toughness.
That
Unlike
is pretty
Tom's entry,
impressive.
Joe Montana's hit was in the NFC Championship game, the winner of which goes to the Super Bowl. Widely considered one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play, well, the whole play situation nearly ended here. Joe, who's not known for his athleticism, rolls to his right, dodges one defender, winds up to throw.
That is such a nasty hit.
His
And it's
lights
such a
are
clean,
turned out
too.
by a second defender. Joe took a while to get up. He wasn't quite the same following the hit, and the Giants won a close game, sending them to the Super Bowl. What did you think of the list? Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments. If you want to see more, we have more videos down below.
Like I said, man, shout out End Zone Express. If you watched it here, go watch it there, man. If you guys did enjoy this video, want to keep seeing content like this, please be sure to drop a like. And if you're already here and you made it this far, there's no harm in subscribing. I promise. I'm not gonna hurt you. But anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video.